Why is it when something happens, it is always you three?
Believe me, Professor, I've been asking myself the same question for 6 years.
Feels a bit mean, doesn't it? A team that comes from the SCC, from a continent where there isn't even a pro league anymore, they go on a 10-game win streak, beat a current SBL team, and get a pentakill, just for a laugh. And how are they rewarded? Well, they're matched up against the Oni Warriors, a team who are currently on the longest winning streak in professional Smite's history. So, no biggie, right? So it turns out that the Gladiators were just a warm-up, and now it's time for the final boss. These are two fan favourite teams who collectively make up about 90% of the content on this channel. So this was a super hyped matchup, and it well and truly did not disappoint.
Both of these squads undefeated. One team will fall here. It's the Warriors, it's the Mambo, and it's with David Myth.
That's right, but the Oni Warriors have been undefeated for a little bit longer. They made their way through all of Phase 1 of the Smite Pro League and the kickoff tournament. Hex Mambo, they're on quite a run here at Smite Masters. And this is a brawl that a lot of fans at home are looking forward to. And Myth, I am curious. Julio stunned by SOT. He's on the wrong side of the lane, and execute needed. Still an execute threshold, but I'm not sure Sot can close that gap. Up and over he goes, and just needed some lockdown from Panatom. Gank number 1 and kill number 1. 8 minutes in to game number 1. Count for execute threshold. Sot's got ultimate, and Julio will be taunted in once more. This one, simple now. Who gets it? Panatom or SOT?
Whoa, okay.
Okay, Sot gets it. Sot gets it, don't worry. But Hex Mambo, they're maybe now sensing some space that's been given. Sot, can he make magic happen? No. Pyromancer nearly stolen by the Achilles, but it means a Gold Fury is pulled on the other side of the map by the Oni Warrior. Spudio is going to sniff this out. Panatom is here. The squishy Hachiman, got to be careful. Beads taken away, but Johnny, Kha'Zix, they're rotating behind. Oni Warriors get the Gold Fury, but do you get out alive? Awesome Jake doesn't have ultimate. Undying Love has already been used, but he's scurrying away to the rest of his team. Oni Warriors, they're going back in. Panatom, eyes for Spudio, who's been abandoned by the rest of his team. Sot on a teleport out of solo lane. Grabs his 3rd kill. And a Gold Fury for the Oni Warriors. I mean, Pagon and Jake haven't seen much just yet. Panatom, though, initiates onto Julio. Finally, an apple rolls through from Ha. Catches out onto Awesome Jake, who's used Undying Glove already. Uh-oh. This is when the Oni Warriors make their money. They collapse in all suddenly into a team fight. Sot on 4.
Watch Johnny.
3 of them onto Julio, but Johnny maybe still some gas in the tank, and Assassinate could make its way over the wall. Kha'Zix, though, chased down by Sot, and Sot's the one with all the gas in the tank. He's filled it up with the good stuff. 5 kills here in game 1. Another Assassinate, but this one weaves its way past Johnny, and there was an execute threshold anyway. Could be a triple in this fight. But if Hex Mambo stepped too far out, maybe assuming the Oni Warriors had backed away, could be dangerous. Johnny has stepped pretty far out. He's got a lot of damage for Netrioid. Oh, goodness. Panatom plus Netrioid is an equation that Johnny had not calculated. Now there's an opening for 45 seconds. Hex Mambo without their Loki.
It's all going to dedicate yourself as Panatom. Is this a catch?
As Panatom made the first mistake of the game for the Oni Warriors. Remains to be seen. If nothing else, he started off a fight.
Wow.
Oh, Pagon, Netrioid, the carries. They're low on the Oni Warriors. Hex Mambo have bought their time, and Hex Mambo have now bought a team fight. Julio on a double. After starting off 0-3, the King Arthur has ignited in this game. 28 minutes in, finally Hex Mambo find their first few kills. SOT still 5-0, does not want to hand over any free gold to Hex Mambo. But it's Hex Mambo, Myth, with a big opening here. 35 seconds at least on 3 death timers.
Yeah, those runic bombs from earlier have already been expended, though, so they'll have to work through that Phoenix the old-fashioned way. Panatom and SOT, not the best suited for defense, but some low HP targets. Fatal Strike might be big.
This is awkward. A taunt onto Kha'Zix. SOT, a stun onto Kha'Zix. Fatal Strike, it's there. Wow, our Hex Mambo had to be behind the entirety of the game, considering an end. Panatom on a double taunt. Sot's got 5 kills, but 5 more to get if he wants to save this game.
It's too slow.
Back into the fountain he
50%.
goes. It is a slow burn. Oh man, Hex Mambo. The health bar is low. Pagon's back in. Pagon on a triple. Oh, that's unreal. Pagon, Sot, and the rest keep the game alive. Hex Mambo had their opening. Pagon slams the door in their face. base.
Panatom in the grayscale is taking the runic bomb with them, Dave. Do the Oni Warriors have enough time to knock down the base? 30 seconds on nearest respawn. SOT is already there. It might be tight timing. It's hard to call.
Oni Warriors, this game looked easy for a while, and now suddenly it might not be. Myth, maybe a Phoenix. Maybe a Phoenix is the safe call here for the Oni Warriors team. They want to rumble into the base. There's only one tower left on the map. They've got everyone. 15 seconds left on Kha'Zix, 15 on Spudio. The Oni Warriors full strength. Pagon had 0 kills 45 seconds ago. He'll end the game with 3. And don't let the 1-0 Oni Warriors lead fool you. Hex Mambo gave him a scare at the end.
And at the very end, it is the thinnest of margins that sees them coming out on top. Hex Mambo clearly have earned every bit of respect that they've got.
Time to go back and assess that runic bomb that Hex Mambo.
Dude, that might have been it. It might have been it.
It was close, man. Oni Warriors get the win here. As expected. For some of us expected, right?
Yeah, we all knew.
They were going to grab the win. A bit shakier, though. Really just kind of an awkward fight where Hex Mambo had their open. Oni Warriors, they hand the first loss of the event to Hex Mambo. One more to go. We'll see what they can get done in Game 2 after this.
After an absolutely heartbreaking loss in Game 1, or should I say, a crushing loss, Mambo still looks strong in Game 2. The game was even for a long old time until SOT kinda just said no.
Position here, you hoping that you could pick someone out, maybe like this. Johnny's an afterthought. Who's expecting a 4-man rotation at 2 minutes over in mid? Oh, Panatom face first.
Good lord.
Into Hawk and Johnny. Hex Mambo, a simple kill over in mid. Your one tower.
Watch out.
Ooh, again, through space and time out of mid, doesn't hit. Jake fills the health bars up a bit further. Kha'Zix and Johnny are in. Goodness, out of nowhere. The rotation from the onis. The assistance from the Bakasura. And a 2-kill swing for Hex Mambo. You don't need the ultimate to hit if Hawk is able to teleport his team to left.
Jake, that's a lot of damage.
It is. A regurgitate from Johnny. It zones Jake. Shotgun blast out of Hawk. Catches out the hell. Now Panatom's got to be concerned about where his exit path is. Julio, though, be careful. You're beneath the tier 1 tower, and the rest of the Oni Warriors can chase you down. The wall sets up for Pagon. We'll go 1 for 1. Jake for Julio. Spooked Hex Mambo away from the Gold Fury, but maybe baited them into a fight. Dash forward from Kha'Zix. As well as an Earthen Fury. It's a backpedal from the Oni Warriors.
He's very alone.
He is super, super alone. And it looks like that's how he'll die. Julio actually re-engages a couple runic bombs.
He should be dead too.
Forward. Down goes Sod. He's found Hawk. And Hawk is walled off once more. This is the opening we wondered if the Oni Warriors would find, and they found it. 2 already for Net. Net has dashed over the wall. Sod lives.
Still alive.
Johnny needs one more auto. No. He'll never find it. But Spudio gallops forward. And really, it's just a 2 for 1. Oni Warriors with a big fight and a good 2-kill swing for Netrioid. Again, sometimes it's a team that they don't necessarily need the gold lead. They just need some confidence. Awesome Jake, though, may have been caught out by Julio. Jake able to just wander away. Johnny is now gone back in. Johnny can't find the kill once more. Oh, no. SOT is up in the sky. The dunk won't hit, but instead he's found a wall in the back of the fight. Sod with his first. Just short of the second, but the rest of the Oni Warriors still have damage. Netrioid's on a killing spree. But Hawk trading blows with the rest of the Oni Warriors. Everyone's getting in the kill column. Another close fight, but another 1-kill advantage for the Oni Warriors. Kha'Zix, bored of the pace of this game, dashes forward. It's actually a blink.
Massive honk.
Oh, Netrioid clipped by the Anis ultimate. Oni Warriors unhappy with the initial prospects of this fight. Out and away they go. Kha'Zix and the rest of Hex Mambo starting to work down the tier 1 tower. Root from Kha'Zix, but a wall from SOT. Reminds him which team is ahead. Sot has set the stage, and he might finish this fight as well. And Anvil of Dawn gets double beads for a double kill.
Good lord.
A triple kill from Sot. Runs him down. Are your eyes open now? Because the Oni Warriors have awoken at the end of Game 2, and it is the end of Game 2 and the end of Hex Mambo here at Masters.
Pagon plays that perfectly, Dave. The dive was well executed by Hex Mambo. Every bit of CC found its way to Pagon, but Pagon had an answer each time. Oh, you've got a stun? I'll beads that one. Oh, Blink Fearless? I'll just ult to CC immune that. I don't need the damage to kill you. And immediately afterward, once everything was expended, the Oni Warriors turn and burn every individual member of Hex Mambo clean. concise, clinical. Words I wouldn't have used to describe the Oni Warriors until today, but the only ones I could use that are correct.
But the Oni Warriors, they find a way to get it done. The longest winning streak, that already happened at the end of phase 1,
Yeah, we're
right?
still in it. It's just extending.
We're adding on to it. Hex Mambo, they had a heck of a run here at Smite Masters, but unfortunately you faceplant right into the Oni Warriors by the end of it. Oni Warriors, they step up. Again, I think this became a very anticipated matchup because of what Hex Mambo did, and we cannot forget that because it was a great tournament from Hex Mambo. Oni Warriors, their win streak continues here in Season 10, and the desk will tell us how we got there.
And that loss brought to its end Hex Mambo's run through the Masters tournament. But at least they can take some credit in what Oxy, the head coach of the Oni Warriors, had to say after the game.
Oxy, head coach of the Oni Warriors, the win streak continues. You guys went up against Hex Mambo here. They played really well all week long. Johnny was the name of the game. Do you have to draft specifically around Johnny, or do you focus more on what you guys want to play?
Yeah, we try to take off the great player, Gisoni, because he's probably the best jungler in the world.
Best jungler in the world. Did Panatom hear you say that?
Yes.
You wanted him to hear you say that.
No.
And now, with Hex Mambo gone, it's time for me to sleep once again. Wake me up when they're back in the studio.